Hey, what's up guys? We're back for another video on the second channel. It's been a couple weeks, but this is the type of content that I'd like to implement onto the second channel. Just, screen recording things, face over it. To me, believe it or not guys, I see comments all the time along the lines of like, hey man, love the vids, and I appreciate that, but I am very technologically illiterate, so it took me longer than I'd like to admit to set this video up, but 7-round Minnesota Vikings mock draft. We're going to pause more than likely every 5 or so picks within the first round and a half. I'm not going to be doing that pick like 193 through 198, but let's go ahead and do this here. Some of the mock drafts on websites, as you guys know, they are wild. Like some of them are, it's not surprising. Let me scroll down here. It wouldn't be surprising to see some of these with like Perrion Winfrey going the top 5 or 10 picks, because some of these drafts are truly just unpredictable. I mean, the real draft is too, but we know at least Perrion's not going to go in the top 5 or 10 in the actual draft. So let's go ahead and go through the first 5 picks. And spoiler, we pick at 12. That's not the spoiler. The spoiler is I'm more than likely not going to be trading up. Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley with the Minnesota Vikings needs at corner will be the top 2 players I'm targeting. Will they make it there? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, Malik Willis to Detroit. That would be a bit of a surprise. I've seen a lot of mocks of that. The main surprise to me, though, out of the first 5 is Kyle Hamilton going to the Jets. I would be shocked if the Jets didn't take a Trayvon Walker or even a Jermaine Johnson at number 4 over Kyle Hamilton. But you know what? Stranger things have happened in the draft. So let's go ahead and go 6 through 10. By the way, the Giants get a beast in Ike Ekwonu. Also, like the Giants getting Sauce and Ike Ekwonu would be a hell of a steal and a hell of a draft for them. I don't like the Jets here, man. Jordan Davis and Kyle Hamilton 4 and 10. Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams staring right down. Evan Neal is still on the board at 11. That's the true shocker, man. Who's going to take him? Let's see if the Commanders do. And of course, there are trades in this, so there's always trades that you never... Can he pick it? Oh, dude. To move back 2 spots and pick up a future 2. I can't get the 1 and a 7. I feel like I would be... All right, I got to click here to close that ad. All right, on the trade value chart, this is what I'm going to be pulling up on my phone here. Let me go ahead. I just want to check something, because even if Baltimore wins the Super Bowl next year, 64 still has considerable value. And we're talking moving back to 14. So we're talking, and this isn't, I'm just trying to use this to make sure I'm not getting screwed with picks here. Obviously, this is a tremendous investment or tremendous deal for the Vikings, but pick 64 has a value of 270, and the Ravens 14 has a pick value of 1100. So what that 1370 cumulative is between the 8th and 9th pick, and we're at pick 12. To give you an idea of where 100 ranks, because that's the difference between 12 and 14. Pick 12 is valued at 1200, pick 14 is at 1100. The value of 100 is all the way, ironically, at 100th overall. And I hope the Ravens wouldn't take Derek Stingley Jr., but I feel like you can't pass this trade up. The Steelers, that's not going to happen. A 1 and a 2 to move back that far when I got to take it. I have to take it. Garrett Wilson. So there's a possibility. The Texans, come on, don't take him. Oh, the Saints traded up to take Evan Neal. That's where Evan Neal lands. And if the board plays out like that, I could very much see Baltimore taking Evan Neal, because Ronnie Stanley, guys, I don't know what the verdict of his. He's a big boy with a Achilles injury, so who knows how that's going to turn out. Obviously, we wish the best for Ronnie. So with Atlanta here, they have pick 58, if I'm not mistaken. That's from the Julio trade. I don't want to move back that far, though. 3 2s. Not that that's bad value, but I'm going to just reject both of these, because we picked up a future 2. And our guy is still on the board. So we're going to go ahead and take Derek Stingley here. By the way, tremendous move up by the Saints to get their guy in Evan Neal to replace Teron Armstead. So honestly, the draft logic so far, aside from the Jets, I don't think it's been bad. I actually really like it. Excuse me, maybe Trayvon over Jermaine is a little questionable, but I like what we have going so far. This is a pretty good draft so far. I don't think there's anything too crazy. Trevor Penning. Oh, the Steelers traded up. The Chargers traded back again. Oh, the Saints take Matt Corral. Surprise Kyer. They took Kyer. The Patriots took Kyer Elam over corner Andrew Booth. Packers get Chris Olave. My other target had the Ravens taken Stingley at 12. Would have been to try and trade back even a little further because our guy would have been gone to get Tyler Linderbaum, because I'm a firm believer that he's going to be a good football player. And good football players are what win championships, and I wouldn't want to force anything. Let's see what we have here. Nothing's too crazy. I love Andrew Booth to the Cardinals. That's a very real possibility. The Bills and Jets traded, so the Jets came up to get linebacker Devin Lloyd. Let's see what else. Jaquan Brisker, I feel like that's a little early for him. Not too early by any means, but just a little. I'm going to go to the end of the first round. Alrighty, Breece Hall to the Bucks is... That's something, man. That's not something I see happening come actual draft time at 27. I love him to go to the Bills at pick 25, but I'd be pretty shocked if the Bucks spend a first-round pick on Breece. That's just me. Also, I don't think Sam Howell or Desmond Ridder make it out of the first round. And as I record this on Thursday afternoon, 3 weeks before the draft, there's been a lot of rumors that Desmond is going to go mid to late first. So I kind of feel bad for the franchise that takes him, but it's kind of their own wrongdoing. Also, the Texans traded up from 37 to 30 to get Trent McDuffie. I think that's a great price. That's a great place for him, great landing spot, and the Texans would obviously get that fifth-year option. So Treylon Burks, Lewis Seen fall out of the first round. I'm going to advance the next 5 picks here. See, I was hoping the Jags took Treylon Burks because they need help there. We're going to go to pick 40 and then stop. Oh, Seahawks take Sam Howell. That's a good spot. Desmond Ridder's still on the board. Let's see what we have here. George Pickens, good pick for the Lions to pair with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Love Jahan Dotson, although I feel like that's a little 6 of one, half dozen of another with Kadarius Toney. I love Roger McCreary to the Chiefs. There's really no picks in here where I'm just like, ugh. And as I say that, I'm not the hugest fan of DeMarvin Leal to the Bears, but I mean that's just kind of, he's not a bad player. It's just kind of there's really no picks in here where I'm just truly just disgusted with. But the Lions get Malik Willis at 2, and then they get George Pickens at 34, and then of course Boye Mafe. So that's quite the start for them. Let's see who the Seahawks go. I'd love to get Lewis Seen for the Minnesota Vikings, but David Ojabo is also on the board, and that's a very interesting prospect because the Vikings have Za'Darius Smith. They have Danielle Hunter. So hopefully either Ojabo or Lewis Seen makes it to 46. I would prefer not to trade up, especially when it's these couple picks, but if both go in 41 and 42, then, it is what it is. Oh, Desmond to the Colts. Oh, Ojabo went to the Jets. So the Jets get their pass rusher. They have Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Davis, Devin Lloyd, and now they have David Ojabo. What a start to the new defense. Let's go ahead and sim the Ravens pick. There's no way they take Lewis Seen. No way. Yes, they didn't take him. Okay. I was actually saying that expecting a full jinx, but honestly, I have my mind on Lewis Seen. I'm at least going to look around the board here. I would love to take Trey McBride. There's a tight end I'm going to have my eyes on later, but tight end's low-key a need for the Minnesota Vikings because I'm just going to take Lewis Seen and cut the drama. But with tight end position, yes, they have, by the way, Tyler Smith and Tevin Jenkins would be a great tackle duo for the Bears for the future. But with the tight end position, they have Irv Smith Jr. They would have, there's a good pick for the Steelers, Jalen Petrie. Irv Smith Jr. is in a contract year, and he had a season-ending injury last year. So you're banking that he comes back and plays good. So it's more of like a, let's hope it happens. But tight end, low-key, a position of need for the Vikings because Tyler Conklin went to the Jets in free agency. Oh, I love that fit there. That's a great fit. Carson Strong to the Panthers is not the pick that I was saying that I love. I loved the Christian Watson fit to the Kansas City Chiefs. Also love, you get a big boy, Travis Jones, to try and stop the rest of the division with Saquon Barkley, Antonio Gibson, and the Eagles' rushing attack. It's a good pick there by Dallas at 55, and Travis Jones, who's I've seen as mocked in the late first round. Oh. All right, so the Broncos traded up from pick 64, which they have with the Rams trade for Von Miller to get Sanders from Cincinnati. And John Mechie is a pick I love to the 49ers. Let's keep going here. Bernard Raymond, that's tremendous value at 63 overall. By the way, some players that I would like, we are all the way down at 77. The players that I'd like to target here, even though it's not necessarily the biggest need, but if we got Brandon Smith somehow at 77, he's a physical freak. I'd be ecstatic if we got him. Trey McBride, again, the value would be too good to pass up if he's there at 77. I don't expect either one of those guys to be, but I'm also looking at a great player, a great prospect here for the third round in Kingsley Enagbare, also a tremendous name there. Let's see what we have here. Lions took him. Daniel Falale to the Giants. There's Trey McBride. That going to Tennessee would be fun. Oh, dude, the Colts. Come on, Indy. All right, so 86 and 126. I have I don't want to trade. I'm at least gonna give it a look here in the chart. I don't think that's terrific value, but it's also kind of like, you know what I mean. So on the chart, it's 160 plus 46, so 206. It's actually better by 1 point, so it is actually very good value in terms of that. But let me see what's on the board here. I'm not thrilled. I just, you know what I mean? I feel like you have to. I'm just gonna decline that. I don't want a future pick because we need to get better right now. Although the Dolphins trade was not bad, to be clear. With the board playing out like this. Oh, dude, Leo Chenal, he's right there. The thing is, so is Nick Benito and David Bell. Those three are three of my favorite prospects in the entire draft. David Bell, Nick Benito, Leo Chenal. So I'm going to... Kansas City's right there at 80. I'm gonna see what we can get here. I'm gonna see, and we're gonna go 77, 80. I feel like 135 is getting a little greedy. Look at this website already having the update from the Tyreek Hill trade. But anyway, I'm going to try for 135. See what happens. They declined it. I mean, the thing is I love David Bell, but like we don't need a receiver with KJ Osborne, Justin Jefferson, and Thielen. Although I wouldn't be upset if we took like a Drake London in round 1, but I don't want to force David Bell when I feel like Nick Benito could make a more impactful, especially Leo Chenal for that matter as well. And even Alec Lindstrom right here. My face might be in the way of this because I can't see my face on the screen when I'm recording. So this is all a learning process for me as well. But I like Alec Lindstrom. I like Leo Chenal. And I like Nick Benito. I want to try, like, I just want to trade. I want to see what I can get here. I need 79. 79, 77. What is 160? 160 is a 5. It's 25 on the chart. 77 is 205. 79 is 195. So it's only a difference of 10. So essentially what the difference is a mid-6 to move up here. I mean, what's the worst? We'll offer. We'll offer for 160, and if they take it, great. If not, oh well. All right. You know what? I'm enough beating around the bush here. This is tough, though. You know what? Eric Kendricks is getting older. Jordan Hicks is a short-term solution. Chaz Surratt's going to be in the defense somehow, some way. Za'Darius is signed to a 3-year contract. I doubt he actually stays all 3 years, but I think we can get 2 out of him. So it's between Nick Benito and Leo Chenal. You know what? I'm gonna take Leo Chenal because Anthony Barr is also gone within all this. I'm just gonna take who I think is a good football player and take Leo Chenal. I want to see how far Nick Benito falls and Alec Lindstrom. Let's see, when are we back on the clock? I think it's not for quite a bit. 156. Oh boy, that's quite. I mean, maybe we got another 2 though, but let's let it play out here for a little bit. But this, I felt comfortable with that one. Nick Benito to the Giants. James Cook, Dalvin's brother, to the Atlanta Falcons. Kobe Bryant to the Eagles. All right, so my thing is Lindstrom still on the board? I also, by the way, although I'm not targeting him, I do like Tyler Algier. And my dream is obviously, not obviously because I haven't brought this up on the main channel, but I would like to see the Jets take Tyler Algier to pair Zach and Tyler back from their college days. That would be, I think it'd be pretty cool. Bailey Zappi to the Browns. Is there a quarterback competition? Kidding, of course. Man, this sucks not picking for 56 picks. Nick Cross, great value for the Texans at 108. Darian Kennard even. Oh, Jelani Woods. I'm going to pause this real quick to talk. Darian Kennard, love the value here at 112, and Jelani Woods at 113. Little NFC beast action, and then Justin Ross for the Panthers. I want to see what they do. Let me see what we have here. There's nobody that's... Mario Goodrich would be good, but how much do we want to trade up? And, we'd have to trade future picks to move up. There's a lot of guys that I like in this area. I love Pierre Strong. I love Chig from Maryland. I like Rasheed Walker in this area, even though we're at 116 and his spot on the board's 138. I like Dameon Pierce. There's a lot of players I like. Jeffrey Gunter, love him from Edge from Coastal. And Mario Goodrich. These to me are the big value guys. Also like Tyler Beatty a lot. Channing would be a good player. But we took Leo Chenal. Let's keep going here. I'm just let it play out for probably 10 or... Oh, the Jets, good pick. They're going to let this play out for a little bit. Because there's nobody where I'm screaming that I have to trade up for. All right. I said that a minute ago, but we're going to propose a trade. Baltimore, 128. We'll give you 156 and your second round. No, I'm kidding on the second round. Take that off there. Let's see here. So 128 on the chart. 156 is 27 points. 128 on the chart is 44. So what is 17 points? 184 is 16. So 16 points. We're only 1 point off. I might even throw in 250 just because it's just like... Then we'd only have like 4 or 5 picks. So that'd be a problem. I'm gonna propose it. If they accept it, awesome. Dude, a top 90 prospect. All right, Jacksonville. Like, let's. You guys are not a good team. Like, we'll give you. All right, you'll have back-to-back picks if you accept this. But I'm not willing to offer 184. We'll give you 191 and 156 for 131. Come on, declined. All right, now you know what? Oh, whoa. All right, guys, I got to be honest. I was worried there in that brief hesitation that it was going to make the pick and that it was going to be Alec Lindstrom. Declined again. I'm going to let it ride. I know I should go up and get him. But there's still a lot of guys here that I like. Worst case if it doesn't. Plus we drafted... You know what? I'm going to let it ride. We drafted Wyatt Davis last year. Oh, good pick by Green Bay. We drafted Wyatt Davis in the 3rd round last year. Oh, dude, the 49ers. We drafted Wyatt Davis in the 3rd round last year, and who knows how much of that was Mike Zimmer just, being Mike Zimmer and being like, no, like, dude, Chig, like, you're not going to play for me because, whatever. How much of that do we know? We don't, and that's the point. Let's keep going here. Matt Areza, the punter. I'd love to draft him, but I'm not going to draft a punter in the 5th round. Although he is on my board. Full disclosure, he is on my board. But, all right, baby. We're up. We're up. All right. What is 214? Is that a 6? That's a 6, right? A late 6. Yeah, that's a late 6. That's a compensatory 6. So that... Okay, to move back 4 spots for a future 7. Let me see here. I got to reject because I think Marquise Bell is a good player. Tariq Castro-Fields is like 25 years old. I've been going to Penn State games for a while, and that dude's been there for a long time. I'm thinking I wanted Marquise Bell. My head's probably in the way of where I'm hovering, but Marquise Bell. That's a player that I want. I'd like to take Rasheed Walker. But we have Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. And I don't want to take a 5th round tackle, which is only our 4th pick overall because we didn't have a 4th round pick because we traded for Chris Herndon. So I didn't want to make that pick either. This is a tough one here. I just want to slide up here. Our draft's looking good right now. We have, as far as I'm concerned, a couple starters long term. Derek Stingley, Lewis Cine. I couldn't believe we got him at 46. My dog is barking. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm going to roll with it. Leo Chanel. May end up cropping this part out because she's barking a lot. All right, we are back to finish that train of thought. My dog had to go outside. We had Leo Chanel was our 3rd pick to finish that train of thought. But this is a tough position to be in because, I mean, you're at the point where you're not really forcing any picks, but there's no picks where I'm just like, you know what, like, yes. Like, I want that guy right here specifically at 156. And I don't want to take a prospect in the perceived early 200s. Marquise Bell to me is a player. He's a 170. He's a safety from Florida A&M. That's a player I'd like to go with. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give Kevin O'Connell a weapon, a very fast weapon that can in some ways change the field. We all know him from the 40 he ran. I'm still trying to talk myself into it, but if you have on the field at once of Kirk Cousins, whether it's an empty set or have Dalvin in the backfield, out of the shotgun, Kirk, Dalvin, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Tyquan Thornton, and Irv Smith. You have to account for every single level of the field just by default because of Tyquan Thornton. I mean, the thing is I'm not thrilled with making this selection. We took KJ Osborne a couple years ago as a 5th round pick. He had 7 touchdowns last year. Really panned out. You have to account for Thielen at some point. Because there's talks that we can take a receiver. I'm just taking it. But there are talks that we will have to replace Adam Thielen at some... Not replace. I mean, I guess it is replaced, but we have to at some point. So, when did we pick again? I think... Oh, the Bills took the punter. He was on my board. Dang. Okay, Buffalo. A new stadium. Adjust to the elements up there. Brock Purdy, the 2nd quarterback the Lions took. Kyle Phillips for the Steelers at the start of round 6 is tremendous value. You know what? Marquise Bell's still there. Let's go for it, man. We're back up in 8 picks. So let's take him. Marquise Bell. I know we took Lewis Cine, but who's going to say no to secondary help? And I do plan to address corner more, by the way. I want to see who's the best corner available. Vincent Gray from Michigan. What happens if I click this? Okay, so his raw athletic score 6'2", 190, 715 raw athletic. I thought there would be a little more than that. I'm just going to go the classic BPA approach. Let's go ahead and take Vincent Gray. If there's anything that comes out of that, then by all means, right? That'd be awesome. I don't want to keep using the word tremendous, but... Ooh, is Weidermeyer... Okay, so Weidermeyer's the guy. I was just making sure that he was the one, yeah, with the raw athletic score of 1.09. I knew there was somebody, I couldn't think off the top of my head of who was running like the 5-second 40s and all that, but I'm thinking I may honestly double dip at corner here. We're late in the draft. We're in mid-6th, early to mid-6th. Best prospect on the boards in OT, according to PFN. My dog has now entered the room. I don't know if you're hearing the paws on the floor. She now left. We're going to go... You can probably hear the paws walking away. But we are going to go... It's not... I mean, the thing is we're at the point where it's just... You're throwing darts. I mean, you're throwing darts at this point. Speed to power. Let's just go with Tyreek Smith. We're gonna go Tyreek Smith, edge, Ohio State. Yeah, let's just go ahead. And then we are back on the clock. I wasn't happy with how the board played out in the mid to late rounds. The 5th round on, I wasn't thrilled with how the board played out for us. I really was not thrilled with that, unfortunately. I'm gonna pause this real quick. When do we pick again? Oh, not till the 7th. Is 250 the final time? Okay. Right? Is this... Let me... Cancel. Who's up? The Bengals. So what happens if we... Yeah, 250 is our remaining pick. Alright. Anyway, I'm just gonna let it play out. Yeah, I wasn't happy with how the board played out for us, guys. Honestly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. We're gonna make one final selection. I'd love to do more videos like this, and if you're still watching this late into the video, first off, I appreciate the time out of your day. I hope you're having a good day, too, on top of it. But whenever the draft happens, like the actual draft in a couple weeks, I will be doing a video like this on the main channel. So it's also practice for myself to gear it up for that, because I'm not going to have the time to be able to... you know, record videos of players' footage like we do like in every single video. So it's just going to be a video like this where I'm just, you know, analyzing. We're going to go picks 1 through 32. And our final selection of the video, I usually like, I have the approach where I like to go quarterback every other year, but we just took Kellen Mond last year. And, ooh, yikes. I might just say, this is a 7th round running back. Oh, a 6'3", 230-pound running back. Let's just go ahead and take Xander from Purdue and call it a day. But this will be a style of video that I'll have draft weekend pretty much only because of how long it takes per video to make. It takes like 5-6 hours for like the 10-minute videos on the main channel. But anyways, this is the final class. Derek Stingley, Lewis Seen, Leo Chenal, Tyquan Thornton, Marquise Bell, Vincent Gray, Tyreek Smith, and Xander Horvath. And we also picked up a 2023 Baltimore second. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want more videos like this, they're awesome. They're fun to make. They're easy to make on top of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, that's going to wrap today's video up. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, please be safe and have a great day. Love you guys.